Humans and other assorted species. Oh, hi pancakes. What do you want? I'm recording. Oh, yeah, I read about ArtFight. How long ago was that again? Almost 4 months? You may or may not have heard of a thing called ArtFight. It's a big competition in July, but that word's used lightly. 400,000 or so artists participate to make and receive art of each other's OCs. And I must say that I've never had a better excuse to make art. Something about other people's characters is easier because I don't have to conform my art to a nebulous and impossible idea in my head. I started the year by making a new character reference. Previously, I'd only had Cord and Sao. Near the end of August, I worked on Ren of Terosia. You remember what I said about ideas in my head? Yeah, don't witness this reference, it's not at all what I had in mind. I also made Cinnabar McCurran, who, if you've watched my Game Jam video, you'd know about. Anyway, from the Echoes of Velithia game, I had references to use, making this character reference what I'd call at least a 7 out of 10. And to work I went when July was only a few days in. Yes, ArtFight was crashed for a bit, but nothing too long. My first attack was of Prima, a character or more persona of Prima Draws. I didn't use a reference for the perspective, but I did try my best, with the information in mind that this character uses a fishing rod as their weapon of choice. I had some trouble with the hair, as always, and similarly with perspective, but I think for a first attack it's a great jumping off point. My second work of art, I was particularly interested by Pizzicato's character Ilya, who has holy plover levels of backstory. If you didn't know, I absolutely love seeing characters that have so much literary density. Long story short, my interpretation was that Ilya was in a facility for a time, and so they wouldn't have seen some things. So now they're in an abandoned shopping centre and have found a soft toy. I used my own Squishmallow O'Neill as reference, and I think I shaded it pretty well. Also, while I was working on this, I got my first attack of the year. The Dr. 10 drew Cinnabar doing a dissection presentation at a school, which fits his character pretty well. Thank you, Doctor. I also got another art piece my way. Healing Mind drew Cinnabar. I revenged both of these lovely people. Healing Mind had a character who used sign language and loved bread, so I used that as the premise for my drawing. The background colours also have meaning, and the Doctor had a character who had a pet squirrel, and I love that! I also worked on some more characters after the 9th, my own characters this time. Lami and a representation of the Velith. By the way, all of these characters are from a universe I'm cooking up called Echoes of Velithia. I did make a game as a snippet representation. I drew Charlotte by Lavender Roses, but I feel like it didn't fully capture how good this character design was. But art isn't always perfect, especially not mine. Next day onwards, I drew Ariana, a character by Joyful Smile Studios. This character lives alone in the forest, so I drew something to represent that. I didn't fully represent the graceful demeanour of this character, with them sitting on a bench and all that, but it is what it is. I received revenge art from both Joyful Style Studios and Lavender Roses, with Joyful representing Velith, which I think looks very cool, and Lavender Roses representing Lami, which this art is just superb. They both did amazing. There's a few more artworks I did, and I'll just do most of them quickly and go more detail on the ones I especially liked. With Torishima by Lethal Sniper Kitten, I enjoyed the colours and lighting when working on this one. This one is Meisangi by NVY. I hope this recipient enjoyed it, but I think I've done better with arms in other artworks. Okay, now this one is one of my personal favourites for the year. Zen, a character by Horrible Artist, and that's their actual username, but it's not true, they draw amazing art. I think I was cooking when making this art. I'll note that I need to watch out for accidentally making my subjects with overly oval-shaped heads. There's a limit, and I think I went past that. Stell has this character named Bezel, and I just absolutely love their vibe. The final product is a bit bright on the colours, but I really like how it turned out. Stell revenged me later, and this piece is so good. Also, the only animated attack I've seen so far. A20 Leaf Emoji's character Sebastian I found interesting to draw, but the final product could be better. I was rating these earlier, wasn't I? Maybe 6.5 out of 10. I liked what I did with the music notes, which is way beyond the point. Mom's ex Adelaide was a character I thought had a spectacular aesthetic, but I'm not great with fancy clothing, so this was good practice. I drew Lexi from Kiki Moore Art next, and this character has some really cool design, though I could have done a more involved expression. I think this was pretty good. They revenged with this beautiful art of Lami, which I'm very thankful for. The last attack was a double. Jasper and Kai by Lucrio and Repeat Tragedy was a really good way to end the fight, especially since I thought the two characters matched the team themes of Seafoam and Stardust really well. I didn't mention that earlier, but I was Stardust, and we won, which was good, but that had no weight compared to how much fun the drawing was. It's November now, and I can say confidently that October drawing did not go well. But ArtFight was wonderful. You can find me there next July, and please attack. I hope to revenge everyone who attacks me next year, because it makes my job of finding recipients easier. Finally, the first piece of art that I ever drew for ArtFight, for Prima Draws, actually was the last thing that was revenged in a giant mass attack by Prima. It looks really good, and see if you can find Lami over in the corner. Okay, you've had a few seconds. Here's where Lami is. If you'd like to hear more about my characters, I should be incorporating them into my videos more soon. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, humans and other assorted species.